Voodoo dolls, puppets, effigies, what are they? Who would play her? Well, I got the perfect book for that, 'cause you know I read things. This is a history of magic, witchcraft, and the occult. Alright, now these are all the dolls. Ugh, they're giving me goosebumps. But as you can see, there are many different types from many a different culture. Now, the cornhusk doll originates from the Native Americans, my culture, 'cause you know I'm 1/16th Cherokee on my mailman's side. During the Victorian era, it was believed to protect your home and livestock. Now, this is a voodoo doll used as an effigy of a person. Now, this is a doll from the Sioux natives. Looks like a cloth puppet. Was used as a toy, brought a good harvest, and also a guide to the spirit world. Now, this is a European corn doll. Look, it's braided. It was used as a home for the spirit of the grain after a harvest. Isn't that nice, like a little spirit birdhouse? Now, that's an African fetish doll. You'd hammer nails into it to bring punishment to a guilty party. But this is a witch's effigy. Looks very much like a voodoo doll, and they were used in the same ways. And it's kind of spooky looking. But anyways, there's a little history lesson for you.
This is real.
Voodoo dolls, the power of the voodoo dolls. I know you're saying, wait, I know. What am I going to do with a doll? How do I use voodoo dolls? Voodoo dolls become the person that you want them to be. Either you use a female version of a doll or you use a male version of a doll and you pretend to be the person who you want it to be. Never call the doll a doll. Call the doll the person that you want the doll to become. Whether you want to help them for a ritual or whatever it is that you want to do, that's up to you. You can get these dolls at the dollar store. You can get them anywhere, so it doesn't have to look exactly like a voodoo doll. It could be any doll that you can use to represent the person that you want to do work on, whether it's for a love spell or whether you want to help somebody, one of your children, or want to do to help them enhance in school, or you want to help them with their behavior. You got to do a cleansing. You can use dolls. Dolls are used for many different reasons. So go ahead and get your voodoo dolls and go ahead and see what type of work you are going to do and who that doll is going to become.
About to do some self-love work.
With all my heart, I love you, baby. Stay with me, and you will see my arms will hold you, baby. Never leave, 'cause I believe I'm in love, sweet love. Hear me calling out your name. I feel no shame, I'm in love, sweet love. Don't you ever go away, it'll always be this way.
Was that cinnamon or powder? But
I got my snacks, so get yours, baby. Y'all will never unbig y'all backs fucking with me. So this actually happened in DR. Person that submitted the story, their grandma, the story is really from their grandma's hometown. So in DR, the hometown that they're from is called San Felipe. That's where her whole family's from. Anyway, back in the day in that town, there was a lady that was known for voodoo. People, like everybody, feared her and stayed out her way because they know not to mess with her. This was like a known thing. Like the kids wouldn't even play close to her house, none of that. So anyway, one day, one of the family members that lived around like the town, they were having somebody coming from the States to DR to visit them for like, I think it was like 2 weeks. Yeah, it was 2 weeks. I don't know why Miguel didn't get, that's the person that visited, that's the family member. His name's Miguel. Miguel, like nobody told him about the lady. And I feel like it's because they felt like they shouldn't have told him. At the same time, like, give him a heads up. Anyways, Miguel was born here in the States. So he didn't really know, like he knew about his culture. He spoke Spanish, of course, but he didn't know how deep that it goes back, like in your hometown. So one afternoon, Miguel decided that he's gonna go take a walk, and so he does. And not knowing that that's that lady's house, he takes a walk and he walks past the lady. The lady happened to be sitting on her porch, and so he's walking past, and the lady's just looking at him walk past. And for some reason, that bothered Miguel. Miguel like looked back at her, kind of like, "What are you looking at?" Miguel was on the phone too. I forgot to mention that part. So when he walked past and the lady was looking at him, and all of this happened while he's on the phone. And so when Miguel looks at him with the look like, what you looking at? He says on the phone like, yeah, some old lady just keeps staring at me. And he says it in English. Now, you know, like if you visit out there and you know your language, try to avoid English as much as possible for your safety. But Miguel didn't do that. So the lady's like, ah, okay, you're one of them spoiled little kids from the States. Bet, I'm gonna teach you a lesson. That's all it took. It only took Miguel to give a look and say who she thinks you're talking to. I mean, who she thinks you're looking at. You know, you get it. Everything's fine. Miguel goes home. He goes to sleep. He wakes up in the morning and he wants to go outside. And the moment he opens the front door, he sees a doll. There's a doll sitting in front of the door. The doll looks exactly like him, wearing exactly what he's wearing. So he's like, there's got to be some kind of sick joke. Like, who think they funny? And he grabs the doll. He goes around to his family members like, who did this? Who did this? And the entire family's like, nobody did that. Like, why would we be like, no, we didn't do this. And so he goes to his grandma like, grandma, like, they're playing a game with me and they don't want to tell me that they're playing a game with me. And when grandma saw the doll, grandma was like, where did you get that? He's like, yeah, it was at the front door. Grandma's like, he looks exactly like you. He's like, yeah, I know, I get it. That's the joke. Grandma's like, this is not a joke. Drop that thing right now. And she slaps it out of his hand. Grandma instantly starts interrogating him. Who did you speak to? Did you speak to anybody? Because, again, grandmas be knowing. He almost even forgot about it, but he remembered and he told grandma about the lady. And the grandma started asking him, was the lady wearing this? Is she this? Are these her facial features? To figure out if that was the lady that was known in the town. And he's like confirming everything. And grandma's like, oh my God. Like, what did you say to her? He's like, I didn't say anything to her. I just like was wondering why she was looking at me because she kept staring at me. And instantly, grandma knew. So grandma immediately went and got help, got some of the family members together to tell them what happened. Everybody's like, oh shit, like why? You don't know the custom around here and you come here walking around asking people why are they staring at you, like giving people attitude. So everybody got on his ass about it. And now he's scared. He's terrified because he didn't know it went this deep. As the day is going past and everybody's talking about it and they trying to figure out a way, like they're trying to figure out if they need to go to her, but nobody wants to go to her because they're that scared of her. They start to notice that Miguel's skin is starting to turn gray. And the more his skin started turning gray, the more his breath started being short. And that's when they realized, like, oh, we probably don't have no time. We need to do something now. One of the family members calls up his pastor. His pastor comes over to pray on him because at this point, like, he's starting to get bad. And the pastor is praying and praying and praying, but nothing's happening. Like, he's not getting better. At this point, he's really having trouble breathing. And so somebody says, like, we have to go over there and apologize on behalf of him and let her know that he's not from out here, so he doesn't know how it works. So they agree on that. They go over to the lady's house. They knock on her door. She comes out and they immediately start apologizing. And she's just staring at them the whole time. Like each and every one of them are apologizing. The boy's over there gray and can't breathe. And so once they're done, they're like, so are you going to forgive him? Like, the lady looks at them and was like, it's too late. And she closes her door and went back inside. They knew better not to stay. They knew they had to go. After she closes her door, get off her property. So they went back home. Pastor is still praying and praying and praying and praying. He prayed damn near all night. And then everybody decided to have a break and go to sleep. And they all surround him, you know, to make sure that he's okay. They didn't take him to the hospital because they know what was up. They knew the hospital wasn't going to be able to save him. And so in the morning, when everybody wakes up, Miguel is gone. He's gone. He has disappeared. No doors were open. No windows were open. He was just not on the bed anymore. Mind you, people surrounded him. They were next to him while they were sleeping. He's not there. But you know what was there? That same doll. That same doll that he found the first time was sitting right in the same spot that he was laying in. And y'all want to know the even crazier part? No one ever found Miguel ever again. No one dared to try to go question the lady about it because they don't want to end up like Miguel.